Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to our daily crypto updates and if you want access to our Discord server. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So Cardano is currently down, let's say about 6 cents, and I'm already receiving comments asking me why it's going down. And I did talk about a scenario a couple of days ago, I think actually a week ago, where we could actually get another low before we continue, and that would not really be the end of the world. Now, I did talk about a double bottom, and I still think that's possible, and let's talk about that. So right now, we are in a 1-2-1-2 setup, and let's talk about this bigger 1-2 setup. So if we want to actually, get a third wave, this third wave right here needs to go up in 5 waves, and right now we have a 1-2 setup of this third wave on the chart, which means that we kind of have to start a third wave move to the upside right now if we actually do not want to get another low in this second wave right here. As you can see, we are almost at the 0.618 support level, and if we do not really bounce over here, then we will most likely drop to this right here, and if we drop to this extension, we will get another low. I mean, I don't really want to see the price get below the 0.786 support level, because I mean, if that happens, then we will most likely invalidate the 1-2 setup. So what we need to do right now is get a bounce. Now, as you can see, the price actually reacted to the 0.382 support level of the main first wave move to the upside right here, and I don't know if the low is in. I mean, this bounce that we're getting right now is nothing too spectacular, so I'm expecting the price to go lower and lower in the next couple of weeks, like I did talk about a couple of days ago, and even yesterday. I'm expecting Cardano to just go sideways until the end of March, and of course we have the possibility that Cardano starts going up right now at the end of February like it did in the 2017 cycle, but there's also the possibility that we do exactly what we did in 2021 and we just go sideways until the end of March, and then at the end of March Bitcoin dominance finally drops and we get something like this. And that will of course be the FOMO wave of this cycle, and many people will miss out on this because by the time we get to like $2 to $3, people will be like, oh wait, Cardano is at like $3 now, let's buy it, and then they buy it, and of course after that it drops. So yeah, I mean, the support zone right now is extremely important, and if we get below the 0.618 support level, which is at 71.4 cents, we will most likely drop to, let's say, about, well, actually below 65 cents, because we will most likely get another second wave right here, and this could turn into some kind of ABC structure, which means that we could drop to the 0.618 support level of the first 1-2 setup here, and that is at 61.2 cents. And keep in mind that exact level is also near the 50% extension of the 1-2 setup right here, so this could be a good zone to find support. And if we do not find support on this level, then yeah, the double bottom scenario will most likely play out. Now, if we somehow manage to get a bounce right now, the next target is $1.01. That's the third wave target of this 1-2 setup. There's also going to be resistance at the 1.618 level, but the minimum target for the third wave is $1.01. Then we will need a fourth wave move down and a fifth wave move up, and that will complete the third wave of the 1-2 setup. And then we will need a fourth wave move down and a fifth wave move up. And if we actually complete these 5 waves, I will actually be able to confirm that the second wave right here is in. And I did talk about the second wave right here many times already. I mean, we do have an ABC structure on the chart and the low could be in, but I cannot confirm that until we actually get 5 waves up. And keep in mind, we had a cross on the bull market support band. Now, I know I talked about this cross many times already, but it's actually very important, and right now I'm on the 4-hour chart, and if you look at when the cross happened, it happened, let's say, about a week ago, so we still have about 40 days of going sideways if we do what we did right here. I talked about this scenario multiple times. I think you already know what I'm talking about right now. So right here we had a cross on the bull market support band, and we did not really get another low after the cross. However, we just did nothing for the next couple of weeks actually, and I think this move took like 46 days, and it took about 46 days to get above the bull market support band. And when we got above the bull market support band, we had a short-term pump that we went down, which I mean, during that time we had another cross, and after the green line of the bull market support band went above the red line, that's when the altcoin season started. And this move right here, I mean, this actually started at the end of December. So of course right now it's not December, it's actually February, it's almost March. But I mean, still, after we got this move right here, I mean, the move did not happen in like a month. Of course, this move took like, let's see, from January to about May, and then we went down. I talked about this as well. I think the exact same thing will happen in this cycle. We will go up until May. We will hit these targets right here, hopefully, and then we will get a fourth wave move in the summer. And the fifth wave, like I said, I cannot confirm that it will happen because we have to keep in mind in the previous cycle from the top right here to the top right here, it took about 1,337 days for that to happen to get another top. And if we do the exact same thing in this cycle, that means that after the 2021 top right here, we would have to top after 1,337 days, and that would put us at the beginning of May of 2025. I think you already know this, but there's not much to talk about. Also, I need to talk about the resistance level right here, which is the 0.618 resistance level of the previous all-time high. It's actually very important that we get above this level. Of course, we are nowhere near close to this level right now, but we could always get a bounce and we could always get to that level extremely soon, because you have to keep in mind, I mean, this pump right here, nobody was expecting it, of course, except myself, because I did tell you that we got a cross right here, and after a cross we just, go up usually. And right now I'm telling you the exact opposite thing. We had a cross and I still think that it will go down further, and maybe we will even hit some kind of double bottom, because I talked about this yesterday, the ADA Bitcoin chart looks like it will get another low. It just got rejected by the bull market support band, and also the structure that we are in right now looks very similar to what we did right here in the previous cycle. Here we went up in the short term, we tested the bull market support band, let me get rid of this, and we got rejected by it just like we did right here. And then we hit another low, and that was pretty much the low, and then we started the altcoin season. And something like this could happen again, because I mean the structure is the exact same. So I'm not expecting another low, but if it does happen I would not be surprised, because we just got rejected by the bull market support band. And of course we don't really need another low, but if we get one, it's not going to be the end of the world. Now I also want to talk about Bitcoin for a second. Bitcoin is currently trying to complete a fifth wave of the main third wave move to the upside. Now let me talk about this for a second. So we already have a 1-2 setup on the chart, and as you can see, the price actually reacted to my trend line multiple times, actually 3 times, and I think we're about to test it for a 4th time now. If we get below the trend line, then we will most likely drop below the bull market support band. Well, actually at the bull market support band, and that is at $90,000. And of course, from where we're at right now, it's not a huge drop. However, if we drop to the bull market support band and we get below it, I think it's possible that we get an even bigger drop and maybe even hit like $80,000, maybe even $75,000. Now, I don't see this happening because we are in a post-halving year, and usually this does not really happen. That doesn't matter if we had a cross on the bull market support band. Bitcoin does not really care about that during a post-halving year, but maybe the cycle is different and we have to be prepared for all of these scenarios. If we get another low in the 4th wave right here before we continue with the 5th wave, that could put us at like $80,000, and if that happens, most altcoins will most likely drop like crazy again, and during that time Bitcoin dominance will go up. And then after we get the drop right here, that's when Ethereum and the other altcoins finally start waking up. And of course, during that time, Bitcoin will also go up. But during that time, I mean, Ethereum will finally get all-time highs. Now, I also want to continue with this right here because we have a 1-2 setup, like I said. And right now, I'm expecting a 3rd wave if we actually bounce off the support level. And as you can see, we actually used the support zone about 2 times. We got below the 0.786 support level, which is not good. However, we did not invalidate the structure, so I mean it's still valid, which means that right now the next target would be a 3rd wave, and the target for the 3rd wave of this 1-2 setup is at $129,000. Now that's the minimum target, which means that we could overextend to the 2.272, maybe even the 2.618, that would be at like 140k. But I don't know, I mean the minimum target is right here, and I don't know if we will actually do this. If we do, then I'm expecting a 4th wave move down after that, and then the 5th wave should, let's say, top somewhere between $140,000 and $150,000, and I think this move will happen by the end of May. So the main 3rd wave will end by the end of May, then we will get a huge drop during the summer, maybe to like, let's say, about 90k or so, maybe 100k. If we get to like 140k, and then by the end of the year we hit a 5th wave move to the upside and we get to about $255,000, and I think that's very, very realistic. I'm the same person who said that Bitcoin would be at $100,000 by the end of 2024, and I said that when we were down here and everybody was calling me crazy back then, and right now I'm pretty much saying that Bitcoin would be at $255,000 by the end of 2025, and of course that's a crazy prediction to make, because from where we're at right now, that's still a 2.5x. But you have to keep in mind, it's Bitcoin we are talking about, and it could always go even higher than that. So I'm watching for higher prices, but like I said, we could get a drop, and if we get that drop, we might as well get it right now, just so we can get it over with, and then we can focus on the altcoin season. And we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, it could be boring, but maybe something will actually happen. Keep in mind, we got to the oversold territory on the daily chart, on the Cardano chart, and the last time we got to the oversold territory on the daily was down here when Cardano was at like 27 cents. Here it was at like 50 cents. So it's obviously doing better. We are still on an uptrend, and this is still looking very good. So even if we drop again, it would not really be the end of the world, as long as we actually stay above the 0.618 support level. However, you have to keep in mind, even if we drop to the 0.786 support level, which would not be good, that would not invalidate the 1-2 setup, which means that we could even drop to like below the 0.786 support level, and we would still be fine as long as we stay above this high right here. If we get below 27.7 cents, then yeah, that's the end. However, I mean, from where we're at right now, that's still a very huge drop, and I don't really see that happening in a post-halving year. Of course, anything could happen, but it's very unlikely that it does happen. And yeah, if we do not get below this low right here, we should be fine. And I'm still expecting a third wave of the third wave at some point, just not right now. It would not make sense for it to start right now, but at this point, who knows. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.